kerana kejohanan ragbi Asia yang ditunda sebanyak 4 kali akibat COVID-19 bakal kembali bermula pada 31 Januari 2022 di mana mereka akan berjumpa dengan Hong Kong diikuti perlawanan menentang Korea Selatan 2 Februari. Dijangka kem latihan skuad negara akan bermula pada bulan November dan latihan tersebut mempunyai 3 peringkat iaitu 2 pada bulan November dan peringkat terakhir akan bermula sehingga Disember hingga Januari. Kalau kita imbas balik jurulatih sebelum ni adalah pada kali pertama Mika dilantik adalah pada 2018 dan memegang jawatan tersebut sehingga 2019. Kalau kita imbas balik perlawanan kejohanan ragbi Asia pada 2019, Malaysia tewas pada Korea Selatan di Incheon 50-13. Bagaimanapun pada aksi di Malaysia terdapat penambahbaikan dari segi mata apabila mereka tewas 38. Ketika menentang Hong Kong pula, Malaysia beri tentangan sengit sebelum tewas 30-24. Ia aksi yang bagus memandangkan ranking Hong Kong ada 24 anak tangga lebih tinggi daripada Malaysia. Ketika itu bagaimanapun di Malaysia skuad negara kurang memberangsangkan apabila tewas 71-0. Untuk rekod Malaysia pernah menduduki ranking ke-46 dunia dan ke-4 Asia di belakang Jepun, Korea Selatan dan Hong Kong. Sebelum Brad Mika mengambil alih jawatan jurulatih selama 2 tahun, iaitu jurulatih negara adalah Lee Nyok Fah yang merupakan jurulatih 2014 sehingga 2018. Ketika itu skuad negara berjaya naik ke Division 2 pada tahun 2014 dan Division Premier pada tahun 2018. Difahamkan KRM telah mengeluarkan surat tawaran Brad Mika untuk teruskan tugas sebagai jurulatih skuad negara. Bagaimanapun tak silap masih dalam pertimbangan. Apa yang saya boleh katakan adalah saya boleh kongsikan adalah jurulatih tersebut pada kali ini ia berasal daripada New Zealand juga dan kemungkinan daripada pasukan All Blacks. Kalau lihat di belakang saya, kesemua eksekutif KRM tengah bersiap sedia untuk pengumuman tersebut. Wakil-wakil media pun sudah tiba, pengerusi majlis pun sudah tiba iaitu Tuan Fahmi. Kalau kita lihat semua sudah ada. Kita akan bermula sebentar sahaja lagi di mana pengumuman akan dibuat di tengah situ. Kita berehat sebentar dan kita akan sambung selepas ini lagi. Sini ya, sini ya. Okay, go.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Yang dihormati rakan-rakan media sosial dan juga rakan-rakan daripada berita news yang berusaha Timbalan Presiden MR Cik Amir Amri, yang dikasihi Naib Presiden MR Cik Zaki Syahran, rakan-rakan saya Esko MR Masyarakat RAGBI dan juga serta Sekretariat Masyarakat RAGBI. Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada para media yang sudi menghadirkan diri pada majlis kebanggaan kita pada hari ini, majlis keutamaan kita selepas pandemik. I think di masa yang kita untuk ke majlis sidang media pengumuman pelantikan Ketua Jurulatih Pasukan RAGBI 15 tentang kebangsaan untuk tahun 2021-2022. Nama saya Kami Jalil, saya Naib Presiden MR dan juga Deputy Director. Untuk tidak melengahkan masa, saya menjemput Timbalan Presiden Nasional RAGBI Encik Amir Amri Muhammad untuk menyampaikan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Saya mewakili pihak Malaysia RAGBI terlebih dahulu mengucapkan terima kasihlah kepada semua media yang hadir pada hari ini. Dimaklumkan bahawa Majlis Sidang Media Persatuan RAGBI Malaysia yang berlangsung pada hari ini adalah bertujuan untuk mengumumkan pelantikan Ketua Jurulatih Pasukan Ragbi 15 belah kebangsaan, dan adalah dimaklumkan setelah membuat penilaian beberapa calon bagi mengisi jawatan Ketua Jurulatih Pasukan Ragbi 15 belah kebangsaan Kesatuan Ragbi Malaysia. Dengan ini mengumumkan melantik Rodney Soyalo sebagai Ketua Jurulatih Pasukan Ragbi 15 sebelah kebangsaan yang baru bagi menyediakan pasukan menghadapi kempen Kejohanan Ragbi Asia 2021 yang dijadualkan berlangsung melibatkan perlawanan pasukan ragbi negara pada 28 Januari 2022 menentang Hong Kong dan pada 1 Februari 2022 bertemu Korea. Keputusan melantikan Ketua Jurulatih ini diputuskan oleh Esko Kesatuan Ragbi Malaysia setelah pihak lembaga Kejurulatihan Kesatuan Ragbi Malaysia membuat penilaian di atas calon-calon yang telah disenara pendekkan. Rodney Soyalo dilahirkan pada 3 Oktober 1979, berumur 42 tahun, di Mototua, merupakan bekas Ketua Pasukan Ragbi New Zealand 15 belah bagi tahun 2002 hingga 2009 dan telah mengumpul sebanyak 62 caps penampilan bersama pasukan ragbi 15 belah New Zealand All Blacks. Antara kejohanan utama bersama pasukan New Zealand All Blacks adalah di kejohanan ragbi Piala Dunia 7 sebelah tahun 2001 dan muncul sebagai pasukan juara. Berjaya memenangi pingat emas di Sukan Commonwealth 2002 dan beraksi di pentas ragbi Piala Dunia 15 belah Rugby World Cup pada tahun 2003 dan 2007. Setelah menamatkan karier sebagai seorang pemain, beliau terlibat di dalam bidang kejurulatihan bersama kelab-kelab ragbi ternama seperti Honda Heights Japan 2011-2012, Wellington Lion pada 2016-2017, Verona Rugby Club Itali 2018 hingga 2019, Tawa Rugby pada 2020. Beliau juga merupakan educator di International Rugby Academy of New Zealand, IRANZ, dan pernah dilantik sebagai panel pemilihan pemain bagi pasukan rugby All Black tahun 2020. Pada tahun 2021, beliau menggalas tugas sebagai jurulatih dalam program Coach and Running of Trinity College Sri Lanka. Di kesempatan ini, kami di pihak Kesatuan Ragbi Malaysia ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Bradley Monimika dan juga Eagle Rugby Club di atas khidmat beliau sebagai Ketua Jurulatih Pasukan Ragbi 15 belah kebangsaan tahun 2018 dan 2019 dan mengucapkan selamat maju jaya kepada Brad Monimika. Akhir sekali, diharap dengan pelantikan baru ini, Rodney sebagai Ketua Jurulatih Pasukan Ragbi 15 belah kebangsaan akan dapat mencapai objektif yang disasarkan kepada pembentukan pasukan yang terbaik di Kejohanan Ragbi Asia 2021. Sekian, terima kasih.
Okey, terima kasih Cik Amir dengan pengumuman yang telah dijalankan sebentar tadi. Sekarang kita akan ke sesi video call bersama Rodney live dari Sri Lanka. So kita akan mulakan sekarang. Saya serahkan kepada Muiz.
is from Astro here. So maybe you could tell us a few words. What's your opinion on being the head coach for Malaysia 15 side? Dah dengar? Boleh? Hi coach. Can you hear me? No coach?
Yeah. Can you hear me from that side?
Yeah, we can hear you. Coach, maybe you can give us what's your first opinion of being the head coach for Malaysia?
It's an exciting opportunity. Just because it's quite a good competition going on there between obviously the Korean team and Hong Kong. So that's actually quite a good opportunity to really try and see what we can do in that space.
So coach, it seems that you have a few experiences of being coach for Honda Heat Japan, Wellington Lions. What kind of difference would you bring to the Malaysian team?
I like understanding, obviously getting the knowledge behind what you're actually doing, making sure that everyone's on the same page. Because if you look at the environment that I've come that I've come from, the background, everyone understands their core role. So making sure that when you are playing, you're only focused on your role, contributing to what you can in the team environment. That's why when you see the teams that I've played for, they're really successful in doing what they do, because you're just enhancing what you bring into that environment. The other thing as well is obviously that I bring is not just the experience, but the ability to bring the best out of people. So I really enjoy that part of that part of my my coaching. I like to offer, to encourage other people to come through and to try better themselves. So I'm really excited about the challenge ahead of the Malaysian squad.
Coach, for your first tournament, will be the Asia Rugby competition where Malaysia against Hong Kong and South Korea. Your thoughts for Malaysia?
Yeah, it's going to be challenging. But what we're gonna, it's a given. It's not a, is just come off a great attitude for the Malaysian players. Come off a great attitude and the willingness to learn, and then if we can try and contribute to actually putting in your best foot forward, that's all we can ask for as coaches and as Malaysian people. Just make sure that we turn up a positive attitude and a willingness to learn.
Hi, Coach. Saiful from TV3. Okay, Coach, just want to ask you, with the pandemic around the world right now, no local tournament in Malaysia for the past 2 years. So how do you plan to select player? Maybe few players are playing outside Malaysia, but no local tournament. So what's your plan actually to maybe select player for the ARC?
Yep. Well, obviously, the coaching staff that are there already, they've got a lot of knowledge on the people that you do have already. So there's a lot of planning that needs to happen around that area, being able to see if we are selecting the best players, and then what we're looking at. So there's going to be a bit of planning ahead, and when I get there or before I get there. So the ability to have a look at what we are working with and what we need to do to be able to compete with the likes of Hong Kong and Korea. So there's a bit of planning that needs to happen before that.
Hi, Rod. This is Bob from RAGBI.my. We meet again. So just want to ask a quick question for you. First of all, congratulations of being appointed as the head coach of the Bunga Raya. So what would be your approach to bring up Malaysian rugby, especially in upcoming tournaments, Rod?
Yeah, well, obviously the process, there's obviously a process that needs to happen in order to go forward. Obviously understanding what needs to, what Malaysian rugby is missing. You know, I've watched a lot of games from afar and been interested in the last couple of years. So there's a few things that we've seen that we need to achieve. And probably core role was as a main one, and then some of the technical stuff is very that stuff can be learnt, but it's the for me it was is not fulfilling your core role was one of the main ones that I picked up, and then obviously there might be some changes around the game, the style of game that we need to play, but the first thing is understanding our players. So being able to communicate really well to the players, and in the management really getting to know them a little bit better and see where we need to go from there.
Right, that's all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Stan. Thanks, guys. Rod, do you have a question?
Hey, Rodis, can you hear me, Rodis?
Yeah, I can just see you.
Okay, Rodis, what do you reckon is going to be the main challenges for you as a coach coming into Malaysia in an unknown territory, practically for you? And you know, what do you reckon you're going to instill in the boys, especially what's going to be the area of focus going into the coaching position?
Yeah, there's going to be a few challenges. Well, obviously one of the main ones, one of the main challenges is the COVID situation that's happened. So the lack of games that the players will need to, or that they haven't been played in the last 2 years. So the conditioning window we have to shorten that conditioning window, but get the guys in a good position to be able to compete. And so getting their conditioning right, and then obviously we really need to see where we are in regards to leadership and in that culture. We're going to try and build that culture in a short period. So there is a lot of work that needs to happen in that space.
You were known as a really fit player back in your playing days, especially when you were in the black jersey playing at number 8. So do you reckon fitness will be one of your areas of focus for this ARC tournament?
Yeah, one of the things that I really work around is in order to make great decisions, you have to be fit. So, and in order to execute what you need to do, you have to be in great positions to be able to execute that that particular part of that game. So, in order to be in that position, you have to get there. So, fitness is definitely something that needs to happen. But we understand that it's a short period, so we kind of have to work out a game plan that works well. So one of the first things that I will be doing is obviously profiling the players that we do have, and then work a game plan based on what we have there.
Last question for me.
Yeah.
Brad Mika, one of the things that he instilled, one of the biggest things that he instilled in the team was the team culture. So do you reckon team culture would be a big thing for the Malaysian team? And the second one would be you reckon Malaysia has the potential to go far within 5 years from what you have seen so far?
Yeah, we've seen glimpses of some great stuff, and I know Brad Nicker really, really well. We obviously played in 2 teams together. He come and played down in the Hurricanes, and also played in the All Blacks with myself. So, so we sort of come through a program, the same sort of structure around culture. Culture is very, very big, but the main thing about culture is that what does it look like? So there's a lot of people that try to build culture in their teams, but it's actually the main part of that is what does it actually look like? There is a physical element to culture, and if I use the All Blacks as an example, the ability to get to the ball or in support, where they have 6 or 7 guys around that breakdown. You know, if there's a breach of play, they've got their locks right next to the wingers. So you know, really getting there and support, being able to receive that last pass, and that's what Brody Metallica is really doing at the moment, and that's what culture of getting there, culture of working hard for each other. You know, that those things they have a physical look at it. You know, it's not just words. So and that's where Brad and I are very similar in that regard. So I would say.
Cheers, Us. Take care and hopefully to see you soon. Rodis.
Cheers, brother.
Thank you.
Alright, jadi itu adalah jurulatih baru kita, Rodney Soyolo, untuk skuad Bunga Raya, dan kita harap dengan pengalaman luas dia dalam bidang kejurulatihan mampu membawa kemenangan untuk Malaysia dalam kejohanan Rugby Asia 2022. Untuk laporan lanjut malam ini, NADI Arena.